What's up, y'all? It's the Astro Traveler 369. Do not forget the power of the 3, the 6, or the 9. Make sure y'all bang that like button, leave a comment, share this video, hit that notification bell, and bang that subscribe button. Let's get the algorithm going. Let's get the algorithm going. Again, this is a safe space for those who travel, for those distant thinkers, for those who think outside the box, those of us who are feeling like there's more to this whole spectrum we call reality. Those who listen to the conscious mind, those who even have a conscience, this is a sanctuary, bro. This is a mature conversation. You know, we speak like adults. We are all adults here. You know, there is no immaturities with this conscious thinking, with this cosmic intelligence. When you join this class, you are part of those 1% intellects, you know. So I want to get into subjects, you know, with y'all. You know, we scatter around. You know, it's very frequent. The downloads drop in very quick. And I tell you guys, during the day, there's more veils up. There's more blockage. There's more of an opportunity that you have to bang. You have to bang with them. You kind of have to slug it out, go toe to toe during the day because there's more of a veil up. There's more blockage. There's more walls. There's more spells and things like that. With that being said, a lot of us are finally awakening or going through that quickening that I have been saying through numerous videos in the past. I've told you guys about the unlocking of your DNA, the unlocking of your RNA, the unlocking of your DEA, the unlocking because of the shifts in poles, the unlocking in light code, the unlocking in frequency. You know, we're going through ascension symptoms, and I never really got a chance to speak on these ascension symptoms, but you know, it's the equivalent to having a headache. It's equivalent to having, you know, pain in your eyes from light, or muscle spasms, body aches, feeling tense, even going through different phases of anxiety. All of these things could feel on the earth realm that you're probably sick, or your body is going through, you know, the what you believe is just normal changes. At this time, there's nothing normal. The norm is out the window, bro. We are in a position where if you believe that it's extreme or it seems crazy to you, bro, 9 out of 10, these are the things to pay attention to. Forget the norm. Never mind the norm. Break that construct. Break that thinking. You know what I'm saying? Break that programming. A lot of you guys want to know how to unlock. You know, there are ways to unlock, but I don't really push these different ways of unlocking. You're going to go through these ascension symptoms naturally. It's organic because of the cosmos and the veils and the spells that had these your ancestors and these different celestial and light beings and these different organic beings that are relative to you. They've been locked out for a long time, though it seems to us. But to them, like I've said, to us, it's been a blink of an eye. It has not been that long. But being that them spells are falling, they are able to now come in and support us, bro. That's why we have these. I was telling a friend of mine that the storm that came over, the reason why this storm wasn't detected, I wasn't really finna talk about this, but I'm just go over it real quick just to make an example. A lot of these beings are coming in now in sake of lending a hand in a sense, like I've said, it's not a contradiction to what I've said before in the last video, that I've said that we are in an arena full of beings, and a lot of these beings are our relatives. A lot of these beings are our kins. A lot of these beings are ancestors, right? And they're pretty much watching us like this. Remember that video, right? You know what I'm saying? That is going on. But I'm talking about the ones that are, I'm talking about the God species, the ones that are organic to the cosmos, the creators. These angelic beings are, they punch through, because I told you we just beat Enlil. You know what I'm saying? We just beat Enlil. We're finna go at it with Inky in a minute. But that's after this 7-year tribulation, right? So I told you guys, with the support of these organic celestial light beings, right? These beings are finna give us helping hands. And that's why I was telling a friend of mine about this storm and why this storm was not detected. I was telling him that these are the Andromedan beings. I was telling them these are the Andromedan beings that are here. And these Andromedan beings, their ships overhead. And when you think of, aircraft, you think of your jets, or your what you're used to when you hear helicopters or airplanes. You're used to hearing engines, you know what I'm saying? The sound of gas, and the jet fuel, and the sound of the pulse. You what you're used to when you're hearing planes, right? It's not like that with these crafts. What you don't pay attention to, what they never told you guys, you don't necessarily hear them, right? But if you're tapped into that rhythmic frequency and that harmonic frequency, what it would do to your body is you would hear it, but it would sound like a warp type of a tune, or like a low bass. Like a low bass. And we don't think outside. So I'm telling you, even when people are slowed down and relaxed, they still are moving too fast. So they don't hear these things, right? And a lot of us get, if you tune out, because again, I've said this before, when you meditate, you're tapping into the heartbeat. You're tapping into the heartbeat of this planet, right? If you quiet yourself and quiet the noise, you will hear the heartbeat of this planet, and you will hear the rhythm of all these other machines and organic beings and these different crafts overhead. They're right overhead, right? A lot of us are seeing them, but if you're not seeing them, I'm just giving you the aspect of like what this storm was, right? And I was telling my friend, I was like, they're overhead, and they don't come loud like what you think your everyday aircraft would sound like. They're not coming like that. You don't know the code of what's really going on. You don't know these beings. I channel these beings. I talk to these different beings frequently. I really do, right? And the Andromedan crafts, when they're here, they bring windstorms. They bring windstorms and a lot of rain, and solar storms. Solar storms causing outages. And I don't know how many of you guys noticed during this storm 2 days ago, we had little outages and glitches in the light, and shit like that. I was telling them the reason why this storm was not detected is because it's not just a storm, bro. You have to look at everything as the spiritual now. You have to look at it, everything is spiritual. You can't look at everything as, you can't just be looking at shit like the norm, or what you was taught, or what you was programmed to think is the norm. We have to look at everything as a spiritual aspect now. Everything is spiritual. First, it should have been that, what I'm saying, from the beginning. But since we're here and a lot of you guys are waking up, spiritual first, bro. Don't get spiritual confused with religion. Spiritual first before what you was told is the norm or this realm is reality. You feel me? We're going through a lot of spiritual bliss right now. And it's not that hard to really detect or feel. You know what I'm saying? The frequency is high, bro. A lot of, like I said, a lot of us can't help but go through these ascension symptoms, right? So it's not, I was telling him it's not just a storm, right? These are actual beings from other star, um, these are actual beings from other star systems and galaxies that are here right now. And their crafts are not loud like what you think of everyday crafts. These crafts, they have a low tone, like a frequency or a low tune heartbeat or some shit like that, right? And they bring a lot of wind, they bring rain, and they bring like solar storms, right? Wind is the craft over is what you feel when it's a lot of them too. They come in, like I said in the last video, the Andromedans come in platoon. And I showed you guys in the video where these motherfuckers literally came in. You seen the wind, you heard the wind in the last video, then it got quiet. And I showed you guys the cloud formations and shit. I showed you guys that, right? And that's pretty much what I'm explaining right now. When they're here and they come, they're huge, bro. A lot of these Andromedan crafts are some of the biggest crafts. A lot of your Zeta Grays, their crafts are small because when they usually get here, they're sending the drones. They're sending synthetic androids of themselves. The real Zeta Grays usually are about 6.5 to 12 feet tall, 13 feet tall. And they're very slim. They get very skinny, almost like the Slender Man movie, that how they try to give y'all that, right? But not in shadow. They're actually physical, sentient beings, right? But they don't really traverse and travel like that. They like to stay, they like to use the magic and they like to use stargates and portals or their technologies, right? So when you come across Zeta Grays, usually the real beings are from 36 inches to 46 inches tall. Some of these little crafts, like I just showed you in the last video, you think when you see a spaceship, you're going to see some shit like the movie Independence Day. It's not always like that, right? Even though there's ships that big, you know, a lot of the Anunnaki ships, a lot of the Andromedan ships, a lot of the a lot of the Plutonians, a lot of their ships are that big too. But when we speak of Martian and these Zeta Grays, when we see them get here, usually the actual being is 36 to 42 inches tall, right? Usually the bigger beings, they usually don't traverse. When we come across the Grays that are about 4 feet to 5.5 feet tall, those are androids. Those are drones. Those are like literally synthetic bots of the actual being, right? And they're usually here to do the dirty work without actually physically doing the work. They send out robotoids of themselves, right? They could still die. You could hurt them, but it's not necessarily it's not a life form necessarily, right? It's a synthetic. It's a cell, but they don't have a soul or a spirit. These Andromedans ships are big, right? Just like I showed you, what I just showed you guys in the last video, that was like a Zeta type of craft, right? Because you see how small it was and it was quick. And the craft itself has an intelligence. They all do, but the Zeta's craft literally have an intelligence to them. The actual ship has its own mind without the actual being in the craft don't even have to necessarily control certain aspects of the craft. The craft do its own shit, especially in defense or you know what I'm saying, shit like that, right? It's fucking raw, you know what I'm saying, right? But these Andromedan crafts are huge. I'm talking about football field big. These shits are planet big. These shits are Independence Day big. You feel me? But they're very good at cloaking with cloud. They're very good at 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 using at bending light around them. They're very good at shadow technology. And again, they're organically already quiet as shit. But being that they're so big, when they get into our realm, they can't help the aspect of, earth, winds, fire. You know what I'm saying? So the wind just gives them away. But we still are so blind, we don't know that that's what's going on. So it come with wind. All that wind was a lot of fucking ships coming in. And I just told you guys, a lot of these ships and a lot of storms and a lot of shit come from our Gulf of Mexico. Where the fuck did this storm just come from? Where did this storm just come from? The Gulf, bruh. I just told you, the Gulf is a portal and a lot of energy is out there because that shape of land and look like something grabbed it and ripped it out, or it, like I told you, it looks like a impact crater or some shit. And I told you the ancestors told me that there was a war out there. And that land is very, 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 very sacred and powerful, right? Even with it being stripped away, just now that ocean, that energy is still there from the floor of the ocean. That energy is still coming up, like it's powerful, right? So a lot of beings use that portal, use that energy, and a lot of stuff comes from, you know, our Gulf, bro. These Pleiadians, excuse me, I gotta drink some water. These Pleiadians that are in our government and these different meteorologists use their science to, have weather control, and a lot of their energy and their power, their let's say generator is from the Gulf of Mexico. Um let's get back to the unlocking. The unlocking of oneself. There's many things you can do. We all know you could ground yourself. You can walk barefoot in the grass. You could get more sun. You could drink more water. You could be more calm. You could try not to be argumentative. You could try not to go. You could try to have an opinion, but still have openness to commute and have neighborhood and fellowship. You feel me? You don't have to just be so disagreeable to every goddamn thing. That plants a seed in you. It's so many things you could do just by just being, the woo-saw part of it, bro. Like, you know, just be calm, cool, collected. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be surprised what that do to your DNA, to your RNA, to your DEA. Just being cool, bro. Breathing through the nose, out the mouth. Less talking, more breathing. Conscious breathing, though. Not just breathing. No, I'm talking about like, making sure of it. Not just breathing, but consciously breathing. Making sure that you're breathing, in which way that you're breathing. You know what I'm saying? All that counts. It's not even about what you're eating anymore, bro. Because all of the foods are programmed. A lot of the foods are programmed. A lot of the foods are inorganic. A lot of foods and things that we take in are anti, you know. So we ain't with anti and we not with inorganic, bro. Put more electricity in your body. Put more electricity in your avatar, in your meat suit, in your space suit, bro. Or your temple. Electricity is just smiling. No much electricity it take in your facial features to lift up your cheeks to smile. No much electricity that take in the power of the face just smiling. you're electrically shocking your mind because it's your face is right here closest to your brain. So every smile you bring to your face, you're shocking a chemical or a secretion in your brain, in both hemispheres of your brain, and that sends that secretion or that gelatin substance down your spinal cord. It's pretty much kundalini energy. You know, if that was a thing. The kundalini, I mean, yeah, but it's pretty much the God aspect. That's pretty much the God aspect that what they're explaining. Because when it goes down, that bit gonna go down and bounce back up, and that's what's gonna, that impact is what's gonna bust your fucking cranium and your pineal. Start seeing through walls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit get raw. But just smiling, bro, shocks all of the technologies. Smiling, laughing, being cool, using the vibration and the baritone and the bass of your throat chakra. You feel me? Of your throat chakra to literally soothe your body. Especially if you're using your throat to tell the truth, bro. That's the only way that activates. You know what I'm trying to say? And then getting out of your root chakra and use create that creative energy for these thoughts. And then you get to your sacral chakra. And man, listen, it get raw, bro. Your heart chakra, you know, all these different things. It get real, bro. You know what I'm saying? It get real. But just starting off on a minute, but a cheat code and understanding what you're doing with yourself. You know, the words you're speaking, the truth you're speaking, and then the tone and the vibration, understanding that vibration you feel when you talking and you calm and it's real and you humbling yourself, that massages your body. It's the equivalent of sitting in that vibration chair in the mall or some shit where you just yeah, yeah. That's what you're doing when when you feel that vibration on your voice. You're massaging your soul, bro. You're massaging your spirit. This shit is real. And you can massage other people's temples when you sitting next to them and you loving them and you talking real and you know your throat power. And then you know the magic of your tongue and the spell caster of your tongue. Your tongue is like a wand or a pen. You feel me? This shit get real, bro. Like I said, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, what are you doing? You know, this shit is magical. And we're going through that unlocking, bro. And I don't want you guys to get carried away. You know? Come into this shit with the information, you guys. Come into this knowledge with the information, you know? The intel, you know, gather your knowledge, you know, to gather your downloads, you know what I'm saying? Gather up your downloads, y'all. This shit is getting, we could come into this, we don't want to come into this shit as the gods of this realm, and we don't want to come into this immature. We want to come into this shit with all maturity. We want to come into this as mature and pure and capable as possible. We want to come into this in full control, you know, because again, those without the ability will be eradicated. Those without a soul will be eradicated, you know. So let's clean ourselves up. Let's act right. We know right from wrong before we even got here, you know. There's no excuses. But again, you guys could, you know, do a lot in just the most simplest task or the most simplest forms to help this unlocking or this great awakening or this quickening. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It's gonna be the equivalent to your favorite cartoon, your favorite superhero. These things are you now, more than ever. Your favorite cartoon, your favorite superhero, you are that being, you are that power. That is you now. There's no excuses. There's no denying it. It is all confirmed. It is here now. With the power that I give you guys in only just 25 subscriptions, I told you guys are very special. And there's reasons for you guys being here. A lot of us has came, a lot of us has landed, and a lot of us has got here and have been truth tellers, you know, and was pushed off as like extremists or just carried away or crazy, right? But you guys are getting it firsthand. Those who just listen, just this much, or unlocking now. I told you, one mind is 100,000. 100,000 is 1,000,000. 1,000,000 is the masses. The masses is the cosmos. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah. You know. I fuck with y'all though, man. It's been a few days, man. Like I say, they doing they all to slow down the algorithm. They're trying their best to mess up the algorithm. They're taking the watch times away from me. I was already at like almost 100, a little bit over 100 hours of watch time, right? And now my watch time is dropped to like, it's dropping, and they don't even show my analytic bar no more. They're not. It's like, god damn. But it doesn't really matter. We're gonna keep this conscious mind rolling, man. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it rolling. Those who are here, and I say you guys are here for a reason, and you guys are going through this experience. We are a family, man. This is a cosmic family, you know. I'm gonna do a lecture tonight. I'm gonna drop one tonight. I feel I might drop one tonight, y'all. You know, I ain't really want to go too deep right now because I know the message, right, and I know how I gotta traverse this message, especially through the day. You know, y'all come out and get this sun, man. Come out and get these high vibrations. Stop worrying if you are worrying about anything. There's no reason to worry. Everything is good, bro. I've been talking to people and they've been telling me like a lot of panic. They've been going through a lot of panic. And I've been telling them like, hey, listen, man. The verdict is already out. I keep saying this. The verdict is out. But you can't be an innocent bystander, bro. You could become an innocent bystander. You want to stay alert, stay alive. There's a lot of things you still have to do. You know, you just can't be walking around lackadaisical in the middle of a fucking war, you know? But the war isn't meant for you. You know, we've been through too much as it is. The ball isn't going to be dropped on us. Trust me. You know? But the cosmos God, I'm telling you, the cosmos itself is a being. The same way I told you this globe or this earth is a celestial being. The same way I tell you guys the ocean is a being. Like, all of these things are at a fight. They're at war right now, bro. They're at war right now. And I was supposed to do a video to tell you guys about the 33 most exclusive beings right now walking amongst us in this realm. There's 33 of them. And I was supposed to give you guys this video, but I don't know yet. I might give it to y'all soon. But when I do give it to you, it's gonna bust your cranium. It's gonna bust your cranium because I'm gonna give you guys full description on how these beings look, their galaxy, their star system, their personality traits. I'm gonna give you guys all of it, right? So you guys stay tuned for that video. And this was just a daytime message, man, a light code message, man. Take what you guys get out of that. You know, none of this is scripted. We channel, we drop the message, and we get out this thing, you know. But I told you guys I have a bit more of a deeper message, if that is such. I have another message for you guys tonight because it has been a while since I landed, and I have been going through a lot of different astral travels, and I have engaged in a lot of different information. I've talked to the galactic councils, I've talked to the ancestors, I've talked to Big Mama, I've talked to the goddess councils, I've been traversing to the Galactic Council of Nine, the Orion Council of Nine. I've been back and forth to Nibiru. I've sat with the Xylanthian Council back at home, at headquarters. You know, I've been really traversing this cosmos, y'all. And there's a lot of messages that I have for you guys. So like I said, their system only interrupts their system. Their system don't interrupt me. So when you guys think that they stopped me, and it might seem like a few days for you guys, I'm not stopped at all, you know. So I'm gonna get back with you guys later on. It's the Astral Traveler 369. Do not forget the power of the 3, the 6, to the 9. Bang that like button, leave a comment, share this video. Look for your notification bell, y'all. Look for your notification bell. Bang that subscribe button. Let's open up this algorithm with these likes. Let's open up the algorithm with these comments, man. Let's keep this thing pushing forward, you know. End of transmission.